Welcome back to Easy Build Website. Now we're going to continue with the tutorial on configuring and then putting content into your website. So let's start with, first of all, now that these are the plugins, and that's where we left off the last tutorial. Let's come down here to Settings, and what I want you to do is click on General. And when you get the page, I think once you do on settings you are in general, but we'll click on it anyway just so it shows you. Okay, make sure your site title is right, make sure learning music, make sure your tagline is what you want it to be, learning music with notation with finale. Then check this HTTP site address and WordPress address URL, and if it doesn't have the www dot, which is right here, put those in. So all you have to do is just click in there and type it in, www. And the reason you're going to do this is because this will force a www in front of your domain name, so when people come, you're not going to get what they call 404 errors, which is a page, maybe you've seen it, a page can't be found, 404. When you put www in front of it, even if it's not there, most of the time the browser will find it, but there are times when it doesn't and you get this 404 error, or it takes you to another site completely. So put those in, make sure you got the right email address in here, just in case you forget your login or whatever. WordPress can email you a new login when you're trying to get in back here. And then as you go down, leave this alone. What you're going to want to do is drop this down and put in, if you're living wherever you're living, if you're in America, or this is North America, or this has Africa, whatever, wherever you're living, try to find a city near you, which I put in Los Angeles because that's in my same time zone, something that's in your time zone. And then check your date format and also your time format, that it's the way you want it. And after all of that's done, click on Save Changes. Now if you put, when you save changes, if you put the www in, it's going to take you back out to the login screen. If it wasn't in there already, it will take you back out to the login screen. Just log back in and come back, and when you, let's just pretend you've logged back in, you're going to come to this screen with this big red thing that we've got to take care of, and scroll on down, click on Settings again. There's one other thing I want you to check. Scroll, not any of these, but down to this one that's called permalinks. Okay, now yours will be blank, so I'm just gonna, and it probably will be set to here, default. This is not a good thing, because what happens, this goes up in the URL, and when the search engines come through and they search your site, they're going to get these little funny things like p equals 1, 2, 3, and it's not going to know what that is, and it's going to discard it. So you want to give it a URL that will be updated as you make your posts with the title of your posts. So the search engines will see those, and they'll automatically update in the index, the Google index or the Yahoo index. So you become part of the pages that have to deal with the things that you're writing about, and people will be able to find you. So just, you can click on any one of these, maybe month and name is fine, and then what you'll do is come to this % sign and just go to the left of it and go back, keep going back. All we want are 2 of these things, and this one is going to be category. Okay, so this should read like this. Now this is a little bit of programming, but it's a tweak that we do to make the site more friendly to the search engines. So you've got a forward slash, a percent sign, category, a percent sign, forward slash, a percent sign, post name, percent sign, forward slash. That's the way it should read, and this custom structure should be checked. And then what you're going to do is click on Save Changes. Okay. Now, if you have a JustHost account, you shouldn't get any error messages down here. If you do get error messages down here, that means there's a file, your htaccess file, cannot be written to. You don't have permissions set properly. That's a whole nother subject. If you've been following me through with hosting on JustHost, you're not going to see that. If you've gone to another hosting company, you're going to see that, and you're going to need a friend that knows a little more about the internet, because that's beyond the scope of this tutorial, to show you how to change that, because you have to do it using an FTP client. And you can do it, or you can actually do it in the JustHost file manager. But at this point, I'm not going to go too deep into that. Okay, next thing we're going to do is take care of this red banner. This red banner came up because we installed a plugin right down here called All-in-One SEO. What that does is it adds to the front page of, or the top of every one of your pages, some SEO information for the search engines. So let's click on that down here, and the first thing they're going to want to do is try and get you to donate. And you should consider doing that because it's a very good plugin. And then they also want to sell you some of their themes. Now, again, a theme in WordPress is kind of like the suit it wears. Go on down here and click Enabled Plugin Status. That's the first thing. Enabled. The home page title is going to be the same thing, Finale Tutorials. But this puts it into the title, the meta title, that's a whole nother thing, but it's something that search engines read. And then we'll put the same thing in here, learning music notation, yeah, with finale. Okay. The rest of this you can leave. Some people like to tweak with these, just leave them alone. You're saying, well, we just did that. Well, that was in the permalinks area, which is a whole nother thing. Don't worry about it, just update options. Okay, red banner is taken care of because this is enabled and running, and we've taken care of getting that configured. Okay. Now, let's go back out to the front and see what we shall see. It's just Finale Tutorials. For this one, it's finaletutorials.com or whatever yours is. And the first thing we want to do is we want to get rid of, this is actually your first blog post. So we're going to get rid of this, and we're going to get rid of this with some content.